Science understood the world in new ways during Tennyson's lifetime, with discoveries and theories with profound consequences for religious belief. So scientific discussion matters to In Memoriam because it is a context for Tennyson's grief. It causes him to wonder what really happens to Hallam or to anyone in death, and whether humanity has any special place in the universe. Tennyson is fully aware that his thoughts are blasphemous. He is afraid that religious teaching is incorrect, but he defends his position as spiritually superior than simple or blind acceptance of religious teaching. I quote, "There lives more faith in honest doubt, believe me, than in half the creeds." In part 56, he pays special attention to science as a cause of religious doubt.
And shall he, man, her last work, who seemed so fair, such splendid purpose in his eyes, who rolled the psalm to wintry skies, who built him fanes of fruitless prayer, who trusted God was love indeed, and love creation's final law, though nature red in tooth and claw with ravin shrieked against his creed, who loved, who suffered countless ills, who battled for the true, the just, be blown about the desert dust, or sealed within the iron hills. No more? A monster then, a dream, a discord, dragons of the prime that tear each other in their slime were mellow music matched with him.
Here Tennyson sets up two opposing figures. On one side we have the Protestant idea of God, the fatherly New Testament God who is love indeed. But on the other side we have nature, red in tooth and claw, a force that is shrieking against God's creed. As with the sunspots in part 24, Tennyson's vision of perfection has been blemished. Scientific advancement has yielded destabilizing knowledge, threatening long-standing assumptions about the universe. Tennyson's vision of a bloodthirsty nature represents a scientific understanding of existence. In particular, geology posed problems for the faithful. Secrets uncovered deep below the Earth's surface amounted to a challenge to the religious understanding of history. For one thing, geology showed that the world is much older than was previously thought. Semitic tradition held that God created the world and all of its life in the space of a week, including a rest day. Scholars believed they could ascertain the age of the earth by counting backwards through the generations of people named in the Bible. By that method, the Bishop James Ussher declared confidently in the year 1650 that the world was exactly 4,004 years old at the time of Christ's birth. Worse still, fossilized remains revealed the past existence of lost creatures. Geologist Charles Lyell, whose work Tennyson had read, concluded that, quote, "species must perish one after the other like the individuals which compose them." Irrefutable evidence that species once lived, which had become extinct, entailed questions about humanity's existence. What did this mean for the idea of a loving and fatherly God? Where did humanity fit in a divine plan if such a thing existed? Would humans become extinct too? To Tennyson here, our pursuit of ideals such as truth and justice seems futile in a universe of extinctions, and our battle against hardships would make our story sadder than that of the dragons or dinosaurs if we were all, like them, wiped out someday. In this part, Tennyson not only acknowledges Hallam as dead, but he actually needs him to be dead. He seeks Hallam's voice to answer him from beyond, to reassure Tennyson that beyond the veil that lies between this life and death, there is an afterlife. Of course, there's no answer. Religion is uncomfortable throughout In Memoriam. In part 9, Tennyson wonders whether funerals are only habit. We are, after all, supposing what suits the dead. We could say that the news from science isn't all bad. In Memoriam is a work of honest doubt, of paradoxical positions. The poet T.S. Eliot wrote that In Memoriam is not religious because of the quality of its faith, but because of the quality of its doubt. Its faith is a poor thing, but its doubt is a very intense experience. And it could be that science is one of the influences that enables Tennyson to move on. As the layers of rock reveal evidence of a planet changing over millions of years, Tennyson must learn to accept change, both grand and personal.